Operation Geronimo and related legal authority. Introduction. Operation Geronimo refers to a military raid by the United States forces on the compound where the leader of Al-Qaeda was hiding. The operation resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden, which marked a milestone in the America-led war on terror. Although the operation was a success and was positively viewed by many governments, there is also some controversy regarding the legality of such an undertaking. Understanding how international law views the elimination of terrorists is essential in ascertaining the legal authority of Operation Geronimo and establishing whether the U.S. has committed a violation. Pakistan's sovereignty. There are two major issues, which may compromise the legality of bin Laden's killing. The first one is the decision to conduct a military operation without warning the host country of the intentions. The raid itself was spearheaded exclusively by the U.S. on Pakistani territory. Bin Laden's compound was located in Abbottabad, which is a geographical heartland of Pakistan. An immediate complaint following the news of bin Laden's killing revolved around the breach of Pakistan's sovereignty due to the lack of cooperation between the U.S. and Pakistan. From the eyes of the Pakistani, the U.S. essentially dismissed the independent government's viewpoint, conducted a military operation on its borders without mutual consent, and blamed Pakistan for incompetence. From this viewpoint, the concern about the violation of Pakistan's sovereignty is valid. At the same time, there is no less legal justification for the U.S. actions based on international law. On the one hand, the United Nations Security Council recognized the right of the U.S. to combat terrorism as a form of self-defense in the aftermath of the 9/11. From this viewpoint, the U.S. was protecting its national security by eliminating a terrorist who had already inflicted damage to the country. Furthermore, Article 51 of the Union Charter explicitly enables any country that has been subjected to a foreign attack to exercise its right of self-defense. As a result, the operation was legal under the auspices of the UN Security Council. Nature of killing. The second point of debate is the manner of bin Laden's elimination. The operation was conducted at nighttime, which was supposed to give the special forces the benefit of surprise. The tactic worked, as the group completed the operation within 15 minutes. Bin Laden, his son, one of his wives, and other defenders were killed. Bin Laden himself was not armed when he encountered the special forces and attempted to escape the floor when he was shot. Although not armed, he was claimed to be using a woman as a human shield, after which the SEAL opened fire. The absence of weapons in bin Laden's arms suggests the possibility of an intended assassination. On the surface, this act constitutes a violation of the U.S. prohibition to order assassinations. Even if the target is a leader of a terrorist organization that threatens the national security of a country, his pre-planned murder is not lawful. The U.S. officials offered two responses to such an accusation. First, they claimed that the country was in a state of war with Al-Qaeda specifically, thus authorizing any militant action, including killing. However, as Al-Qaeda is not a state and Pakistan is at war with the U.S., the legality is compromised. Another objection to the criticism is bin Laden's claims about a war on the U.S. and his promise that he would rather die than allow himself to be captured. Subsequently, the only available means of neutralizing the terrorist was physical elimination, which would ensure that he would escape. Second, killing makes the court procedure impossible, as the prosecuted is already deceased. Even though bin Laden claimed that he had been responsible for terrorist attacks on the U.S., it was not proven. To ascertain the real causes, he had to be questioned. However, the officials reported that the objective of the operation was not exclusive to killing. The SEALs were instructed to capture him, yet his decision to use a human shield propelled the SEALs to shoot. Possible implications. Aside from Pakistan, the operation was welcomed by the world community. This may set a precedent for the initiation of counter-terrorist offensives without cooperation with the national government. The perception of the U.S. has negatively plummeted in Pakistan, which has stated that such unwarned initiatives will not be tolerated in the future. Another dangerous precedent may be the assassination of a person based on terrorist affiliations. It is possible that a government can label an unwanted person as affiliated with terrorists and the one threatening national security and order their elimination. Conclusion. Altogether, the killing of Osama bin Laden can be seen as a lawful action from both international law and the law of the U.S. The terrorist status enables the government to eliminate terrorists, and the war on terror liberates the U.S. from the paradigm of interstate-only hostilities. At the same time, the lack of cooperation with Pakistan has led to the worsening of the U.S.-Pakistani relations. Moreover, countries may use the U.S. example as a justification for military interventions abroad designed to eliminate terrorists without the approval of local governments.